Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video on Sacked in the Morning. I'm your host Caleb, and there is a lot of transfer news that we need to get into. Mbuemo has picked Manchester United. Gyokeres could be heading to Manchester United. Gittens could be going to Chelsea. Arsenal's top target on the left wing position is Rodrygo. There is a lot of things going on. We'll start off with Mbuemo. I made a video on this the other day. So Manchester United have had an original bid rejected for Brian Mbuemo. They've gone with a second bid tonight. Brentford are believed to want 62.5 million, similar to the sort of fee that Manchester United paid for Matheus Cunha. I think that's a fair deal. I think that Mbuemo scored 20 goals last season. I mean, Brentford can demand whatever they want, in my opinion. I mean, he was that good. He's a player who likes to play inside. He's not someone that hogs the touchline. He's more of a winger that plays inside, meaning that I think he'd be perfect for Ruben Amorim's system. You have Cunha, you have Mbuemo in behind the striker. Then who's the striker going to be? Well, obviously they lost out on Leon Delap to Chelsea. The main target is looking apparently like Victor Gyokeres now. It looks like Arsenal are favouring a move for Benjamin Sesko, although that hasn't been decided yet. So Victor Gyokeres potentially reuniting with Ruben Amorim, what a signing that would be. I mean, Manchester United still are in a favourable position with their PSR, despite the fact they missed out on European football, despite the fact that they have spent a lot recently. So Manchester United, they'll probably have to sell. I mean, there's reports that Bayer Leverkusen are very interested in Anthony. I mean, Garnacho could be going to Chelsea or something like that. So I do think Man United will make money. Sancho will probably go. Rashford will probably go. So Rashford's pure profit because he's an academy player. So I mean, if Manchester United would have a front three of Gyokeres, Mbuemo, and Cunha, how many better front threes are there in the league than that? Because I think that's better than Arsenal's front three. I think that's probably better than Newcastle's front three. I think that's better than Chelsea's front three. I think that's better than Man City's front three. I think that's better than, could be potentially better than Liverpool's front. I think that if Manchester United have a front three of Gyokeres, Mbuemo, and Cunha, I think that's the best front three in the league. So Ruben Amorim sort of taking shape of what's happening is he's starting to get his team in now. He's going to keep Bruno Fernandes. He rejected a move to Al Hilal. So Manchester United are looking very strong. If they were to pull off this Mbuemo deal, he looks like he's going there. I don't see Newcastle paying 250 grand a week for him. I don't think Arsenal will be spending 250 grand a week because somebody's going to be back up. So yeah, I think Manchester United, they can get Gyokeres over the line as well. I mean, they could be in for a top 6 battle next season. I don't want to push it higher than that. The reason why is because Chelsea are moving strong. So they're looking for a goalkeeper on top of signing Liam Delap. So let's talk about Liam Delap first of all. He's an academy player or academy graduate of Manchester City, just like Cole Palmer was, just like Morgan Rogers was, just like Jeremy Gittens, just like Jeremy Frimpong. So Man City have produced some incredible players, so there's no reason for this move to be doubted. The only thing I will say is that there's a lot of pressure on Delap's shoulders. He's not playing as a winger, he's playing as a striker, he's playing as Chelsea's main goal scorer. He's going to be playing in the Champions League next year. There's reports that Chelsea want another forward on top of it, maybe Hugo Ekitike, someone like that. Maybe someone more experienced, I'm not sure. I do think that Delap could be a good signing for Chelsea. I think that if he can link up with Cole Palmer, someone he's played with before, he's obviously played with Romeo Lavia before as well, so it looks like Chelsea are just building a Man City academy team at this point. I feel like it's a good signing, 30 million, you can't go much wrong with that. I think it'll be interesting. There are obviously other positions they need to strengthen as their goalkeeper. They will link to Mike Maignan of AC Milan. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Chelsea not willing to pay more than 10 million. I think AC Milan were holding out for 30 million according to Fabrizio, so there's a difference in their sort of valuation. There's other keepers they could go for. They scouted, for example, Kobel of Borussia Dortmund. I don't know how likely that would be now that Dortmund got Champions League. They've been linked with James Trafford. Obviously, whether Chelsea want to take a risk on a unproven player, but that seems to be what Chelsea do, sign sort of potential. So, they'll need another centre back as well. I don't think they're going in for Margay. That has sort of gone quiet according to Alex Crook of Talksport. So it'll be interesting to see maybe Tomori. I mean, if Chelsea get the goalkeeper, they get a good centre back. They get another winger, left winger. I mean, I think the top four could potentially be set for next season already. Moving on to Arsenal now. Arsenal are, according to some reports today, they made Rodrygo their top target for that left wing position. Whether Rodrygo will leave, he's supposed to sit down with the new manager, Xabi Alonso, for talks. I don't really think Rodrygo fits into the sort of three at the back style that Xabi Alonso will play. So, it'll be interesting to see. I think Rodrygo wants to be more sort of more recognised for his achievements. If he goes to Arsenal, it's an incredible signing. It will cost a lot of money. There's reports are saying 80 million. I think we're more than that. I think we could potentially be in 100 million, given his age, given his profile, given his experience, given his Champions League record. I think this will be a perfect signing for Arsenal. They need to strengthen their attacking force. Their attack is pretty much what has let them down over the last couple of seasons. Clinical strikers and clinical moments. I mean, they've been linked also in the report with Morgan Rodgers of Aston Villa. We know that they'll have Celtics for PSR. Although on PSR, there has been a rule allowing yourselves to sell assets to yourselves, the same way Chelsea sold their sort of women's teams to themselves, gaining, I think, 200 million assets for that. So that's probably a loophole clubs will look into. Maybe Aston Villa will be able to get away with things like that, selling properties to themselves, etc., as Chelsea have done. Maybe they will, but if Villa do need to sell, I mean, they might have to cash in on Morgan Rodgers, 70 million, 60, something like that. You know, that'll be a lot of profit because Villa didn't buy him for too expensive. Obviously, they are strongly linked with Sheshko. I made the video on Sheshko or Gyokeres, who should Arsenal prioritise. Go check that out. It'll be interesting to see. I think this is a big window for Arsenal. If they don't get this right, they could potentially fall back. The reason why I say that is because Man City, they've basically confirmed the signing. They haven't confirmed it yet, but we pretty much got here we go from Fabrizio on Tajani Reijnders from AC Milan, who will be a perfect Bernardo Silva replacement. He's got the legs, he's got the creativity, he's got the ability to do that role. They're going to get Ryan Cherki by the looks of it. He looks like he's interested in Nathan from Wolves. So that's three key positions that they have sort of fixed potentially. I mean, they've been linked with Livramento. I think that's absolutely rubbish. Newcastle will not sell Livramento. That's not going to happen. Newcastle just qualified in the Champions League. He's got many years left on his contract. There's no reason Newcastle aren't under any PSR issues. So that's not going to happen. But if Arsenal don't fix up, City are going to get ahead of them. Liverpool, obviously, the Wirtz deal is getting closer each day. Chelsea are getting stronger. I mean, how much further away are Chelsea from Arsenal if they get their window correct? As for the rest of the league, you know, Newcastle haven't really done anything. Aston Villa probably have to sell before they can buy. So, Tottenham, they can't really do anything until an announcement on their manager's made. So, the big clubs are making moves. I mean, so far, Liverpool have had a 10 out of 10 window if they can announce a signing of Fiore and Wirtz. Gyokeres looks like it's almost done. From is done. Man City are addressing their situations early. Keeping an eye on Jack Grealish, that's going to be an interesting one. I can see Grealish leaving at the end of the window on loan. I don't think anyone will pay 13 million for him. So I think that's what potentially will happen. And I mean, Chelsea are they're moving as well. So it's going to be a very exciting season. But is the top four shaped up for how the top four is going to be? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you for tuning in for the video. Thanks for the support. Take care. Bye.